I'm okay with God's timing type of thing. And he was just okay. But it was crazy because I could see that little boy in him of that fear, but I was telling him like it's okay. You can be at peace. And then a fun fact, I told him at the end of the conversation, I said, "Hey, guess what? Fun fact." And he was like, "What?" And I said, "I'm a minister." And he said, "Oh, really?" And then, we fist bumped. But he's like, I told him, I said, "I could hear it in your voice." And he was like, "That's crazy." He's like, "Because we're like atoms." And I was like, "Oh, that's like a whole nother word right there." So I was like, "Okay, you've been had me chewing on that all day." But it was like, I was drawn to him. Just, this is how intentional God is. And he was like, "I know God is intentional with everything." And I'm like, "Yes, even for me to come and talk to you or continue a conversation, because usually I like to mind my business." Okay? Um, Quit talking to me. Like, not being rude, but that's how I am. When I'm in my zone and I'm just looking around, I'm just like, "Hi, good morning." Like, I'm thinking and I'm in my own little world, but for me to stop and have a conversation, I'm like, "Lord, this has to be the Lord," because I'm not, mm-mm. I can be social, but mm-mm. The Lord has to kind of push me to be social because I'm like, mm-mm. I'm all right. They good. They good. They don't need me. Type of thing. So for me to have the conversation and to encourage this 61-year-old man, and I told him, I said, "You encourage me too." Like every conversation, I said, "I'm learning. I am learning from this." But within that, it doesn't matter the age you are. God will use anybody to pour into you or whatever message you need to get across. He will send exactly who you need. It doesn't matter the age. He could send a child, a teenager, older person. It doesn't matter. So within saying that, God hears your cries. He knows your heart. He knows what you need. So don't be surprised by who He sends, because He hears you. And sometimes you're just like thinking he thought it was just a normal day. And then for me to have a conversation with him, I had no idea what he was struggling with. And then just opening up the door of what I do and just telling him my story, and then just kind of us just talking, I had no idea that he was struggling with that if he would have never told me. But I didn't know that's what the conversation